Hey to the people, what's the tea? It is time. I know she lying. Oh, hey to the people. This is No Chaser TV. My name is Chase. It's time for the Married to Medicine review. I have here with me Jasmine. Jazz, what's been your tea?
Oh my goodness, it's been so long, you guys. I haven't been on in so long, but you know, I'm a teacher and
Mhm.
I'm a coach, and I just had to get those things done. But I'm here
Yes.
today.
Well, listen, you got to believe the children are our future, and that's all right. So,
Look at Sammy. I know that ain't who I think it is.
right? Can you
But
believe it? Well, believe it.
calm down.
Um, Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification bells. We got a lot to get into because it's just been a lot going on. I want to name this episode "You Owe Greg $10,000," or
$10,000.
in this case, $51,000.
She
But
only
I
paid
don't think anybody would
35,
have
and
got the
that's okay.
reference. So
Yeah, never mind.
all right, let's just go ahead and get right on into it. Demicio's in the back. The people are slowly filtering into the room. Sam is talking a bunch of bullshit in the chat. So
Oh
we
well.
got a show tonight, y'all. I know that's right. Let's get into it, divas.
Hey, Sam
Uh,
Sam.
let's see what the people got going on for tonight. Oh shit, I forgot to do something.
What
Hold
you?
on. It wouldn't be me if I got the boldest font.
Oh well. Come on, be my baby
Come
tonight.
on, be my. Come on, be my. Come on. I see the way that you.
Other thugs you've been with. Come on,
Why
be
would you see the
my.
way that she been with other thugs and be like, I know you sleeping with everybody else, so go and give me some too.
Come on, be my baby tonight. Okay, sorry. I can harmonize a little bit.
Well, we do got a song we can harmonize that we were singing yesterday. If you were here with us on Monday Fun Day, we had a gay old time, honey, because Demicio's got a man
I actually did say
at
that.
home.
Home.
Go ahead, Demicio. I'm
Home.
so sorry that your man. Okay,
And he's waiting home for him.
I know that's right, Demicio. You
Absolutely.
better be out the way though tonight though, because you got a show to run and we don't have time for all of that.
You just keep the
Um,
thing on mute, boo. It's
Yeah,
okay.
that's all you have to do. But no, he wanted us to let us know that man was in the background.
Mm.
Toya also wants to let us know that she's having a baby shower with no baby for her Birkin bag.
That's the type of baby shower I like. That type of carrying on.
Well, I was gonna ask what you think about it. So we're just getting this out of the way. Her son says that she's made her Birkin her entire personality, and I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. When I get my Birkin, because it ain't a if and or a but, it's going to be a win soon and very soon. I'm going to get my Birkin. Hallelujah, hallelujah,
I'm getting a
amen.
Rolls Royce like quad, but that's the other thing.
I want that too. And when I get it, but when I get the Birkin bag though, call
Mm.
me La Birkin. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's
Call
gonna
you
be my
Papa, Daddy.
who?
Call you Daddy. That's
Call
your
me
baby.
Birkin Daddy. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I mean, I understand that everything that your parent does at 13 is the ick. I get it, but baby, a Birkin is nothing to ick about.
Okay.
In my opinion. But maybe I'm new money. I don't know. The old money girls, they don't really live. Now, Jackie, Heavenly, and Quad are all meeting together. They're counting monies that they raised from the Med Gala. So
Mm.
from the Med Gala, they say they raised 54,000. So everybody, in my best Lisa left that Lopez voice,
Oh, love it.
get out your pen and your paper and get ready to do your math. So Jackie says that they raised $54,933.30. However, there was a deduction from the $54,933.30 because allegedly, apparently, the gentleman who donated $4,000 requested to be refunded immediately. Now, Quad wanted to know, Miss Quad wanted to know for what item. Uh huh. But for what
For
item?
what
For
item?
who?
For what item?
Say it on camera.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
did it?
Yeah.
And Jackie finally lets us know that the gentleman, who was a very prominent lawyer in Atlanta, actually, you guys, despite how he dressed,
Mm.
is very like a well-known defense attorney in
Okay.
Atlanta, rescinded his $4,000 donation to Fakira for Moms, a charity, and so they had to add the $4,000 to that. Excuse me, they had to subtract $4,000 from that total. And Jackie says that Phaedra presents like she's connected well, but Heavenly says she fooled Jackie. And Quad says she's done the math And Phaedra now owes
Yeah.
$51,169.70. Before I get your thought on this, I want you to go ahead and take a listen to the mouth. I thought I was the mouth of the South, but I don't know. My rival in
Not
Mouth of
for
the South
something.
Hood, right?
Sorry.
Dr. Heavenly and what she had to say about it.
I know him. I seen him on Instagram doing something. But evidently they've been friends for a while. They dated 28 years ago. And he ain't never got it. She didn't went out with her, like I said, and he ain't never get it. He done spent his money on her. She thinks that it is beautiful, like, right? But bitch, $4,000 for a few minutes on TV, the man wanted his money back, and rightfully so. And being the professional that Jackie is, she gave it back to him. The man said that Phaedra said just roll with it. This just for TV. Let's just roll with it. And that just shows you how she moves. Let's just do this for TV. So the man thinking, okay, I ain't really paying this $4,000, right? They ran his car for $4,000. Evidently, now I don't know this is fact. I'm just telling you what I think. He must not have been able to get back in contact with Phaedra because he called everybody damn it else. How you gonna take the man money, tell him it's rolling with TV, but then when it's time for him to really recoup his money or whatever, he can't reach you because he calling everybody else because you have the relationship with her. We don't know this man. We don't know him. So if you got the relationship, like to me, he would have called you and said, hey, let me get my money back. But he didn't do that. I'm thinking he probably did, but you ain't get back with him. That's what I know. I don't know. But anyway, that just shows you how Phaedra moves. Just do it. You got the picture where she had her arm up, Stephanie, where she was talking to the man and holding her mic up. Do you have that picture? I think we have a picture with that Freddie took. She was holding the mic up, and I don't think Freddie even knew what he was doing. But I'm gonna find that picture. She holding the mic up, and she's whispering in his ear like, "Just roll with this shit." You know what I'm saying? We gonna just do this. Anyway, long story short, the man want his money back. Phaedra owed $51,000. Y'all go see if y'all get it. But the problem that I have with anything as a professional, this is what I got a problem with. Like, right? Y'all wrote this man a check for $100,000, and his check ain't good today. The check ain't good.
So Phaedra, excuse me, Dr. Heavenly say the check ain't good. Now Phaedra did go ahead and post over the weekend a copy of her check that she wrote on July 8th to the Dr. Jackie's 50 Shades of Pink Foundation in the amount of $35,000, which is not the $51,000 that they stated was owed by Phaedra. But she did make a substantial donation, according to Phaedra, heavily saying that, you know, the check is still no good to this day. The Med Gala was on June 9th. They filmed that scene shortly after the June 9th. And then on July 8th, Phaedra wrote a check for $35,000. Where do you land on Checkgate?
First of all, I think that Heavenly is a hater. Now, my thing is for $35,000, bitch, what money did you put in? So we talking about Toya and her Birkin. We talking about, contesting her 750. Where the freak is their money is what I'm saying, because really 16K shouldn't have been nothing between what, 5 doctors, couple 6 doctors, whatever the case may be, between all these people and their couples. I just feel like you're just poking at something, because where's your 35K? Now, yeah, I mean, she could have paid the 51, whatever the case may be, but at the very end of the day, like, girl, catch a grip, get a life. So what? That old ass man didn't want to pay $4,000 for a date for Phaedra. Hell, I ain't paying $4,000 for a date for Phaedra. I wouldn't give up a couple of millions for a fucking dinner with damn Jay-Z. So, but that's just me. You know how they be giving like what you
Yeah,
do?
it was $50,000, 50 cent of Jay-Z. I take the 50 cent.
50,000.
50 cent.
50 cents. Like,
Shit.
I'm not doing that. But I just think that Heavenly, that whole scene was just like irritating to me. And I wasn't really irritated with Quad per se, but I was irritated with Simone. I was irritated with Jackie. I was irritated with Heavenly, because girls, like, what was the money from the last gala? Like Phaedra said, I'm sweeping up your mishaps from last season when you said that Black women over exaggerate their pain when it comes to
medical mortality and all
mortality
this
rate
other stuff. Yeah.
for Black women. So I feel like I think that was a just valid observation of that. I think that
So you
heavily
feel it was strategic?
I think that, of course, I think the whole scene was just an ick. The whole scene was an ick to me. Well, I just think it was just from somebody that had a date. I think, Jackie, please, Crypt Keeper, please, Skeletor, please. That's just my thoughts on it. I just think that they were just like, I don't know. It's like they want something from Phaedra that she's just not going to give them, and you have to be okay with who you hang around. Like, Phaedra might act a little bougie because she came from housewife, and that's just Phaedra. But at the same time, she still wrote that check. Now, 16K collectively between all these doctors, if y'all really cared about the cause, then that shit wouldn't have been nothing to me. But everybody has their opinion.
Now let me say this because I feel a couple of ways about it. But before I do want to ask you. Me and Antonio were on here last week. Thank y'all for making last week's show such a success. That was a lot of S's for me. Thank y'all for making it such a success. But we felt like after looking at everything, right? And I'm gonna break it down for you just in case you didn't see last week and whoever's watching tonight. So there's a gala. All of a sudden, Heavenly has the microphone and says, we're gonna start bidding on Phaedra. Phaedra looks a little surprised. They start the monetary number not at like $100, $500 and go up. They started at $4,000. And then Dr. Heavenly says, Dr. G. Now remember last season, they were talking about Dr. G and Phaedra going on a date, and Phaedra told Dr. G, I need a man who can cover my $4,000 a month in expenses, and if he can't do that, I don't want him, right?
Right.
Okay, so keep that in mind. So then Heavenly calls for Dr. G out of the blue to bid on Phaedra. And then all of a sudden, she wasn't up there at first. Now she's up there. Well, I guess we don't have no bids for Phaedra. We don't have Dr. Simone out of nowhere is on a microphone with her big loud ass.
I mean,
so, Simone, do you feel like that was a setup?
I mean, I feel like it was just a ick. Like it's just everybody has their own opinion about the stuff, and they're like, I don't know if they're trying to like validate Phaedra's beauty or validate her network ability, or they're trying to validate something when it comes to Phaedra. But at the very end of the day, like, you're not. To me, it just didn't hit the mark. If you sitting here saying Dr. G and he's a married man with his wife standing next to him, it's clear that Heavenly was either drinking that Hennessy that usually is in her coffee cup, or she's just a mean girl like Toya said she is. So and I see Sean, you said that Heavenly and Jackie put in 15K each. If they raise 50K or almost 50K and then the 15K each, and then she put in 35, then they well above their goal, if I'm not mistaken or not.
The money thing is confusing to me. They need to explain to me because they're having us believe, did they raise this money solely at the event? I didn't see $50,000 worth of nothing at that fucking. You asked me, so I don't know where that money came from.
Correct.
So is that
it could have been the networking. It could have been the networking. It could have been just like donations from different practices or whatever. But the whole money thing, going and calculate money with without somebody like Phaedra, who was the co-chair of something, seems like it was just to be messy. And
that's a good point, because she wasn't present.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, I'm not, I know.
What does Quad have to do with this? What does Simone have to do with this?
I know Sam would be happy, but I don't think Quad really had much to do with that in that scene. But I think that those girls are like those women, those girls, because from them to be so educated and so well connected and so, elevated in their careers, I think that scene was just ick to me. And I hate that Simone is, you be fake, I'll be Phaedra, and you be hello, like, girl, put them teeth up.
Oh, now let me say this. Where I'm going to have to go ahead and get with Phaedra is, if you said you was going to pay for the rest of it,
then pay for the rest of it.
You got to pay for the rest of it. But let me say this. I feel like, furthermore, it is going out of a way to embarrass Phaedra, because what do you mean you're waiting on Phaedra's money? No. If this was for charity, even though you shouldn't have to do it, even though it's dead ass wrong to do it, you cover that fucking $100,000 and give them people their money
and get on.
And then you need to get on Phaedra ass about where my money at.
Correct. I just think that them calculating it all was just just ick.
Even calculated, but the fact that Phaedra wasn't there for the calcularization
Calculation.
lets us know that it was done, in my opinion, in an effort to embarrass Phaedra and get her to work.
Correct. But my thing
But when
is,
Phaedra clock
Jackie.
in, I don't want to hear it now, Jasmine.
No, I'm a team Phaedra
I ain't talking
girl.
about you. Well, I'm not, but
Yeah,
I'm just
but
saying
yeah,
from the ladies.
yeah. I mean, I feel like Jackie, for you to have wanted someone to help you with this, that if this is really for charity, because I have actually, I'm not gonna say done research, but I have actually been somebody that has looked into Judge Hatchett's son and that issue, and I saw him speak in front of certain people about this issue when it comes to Black mortality rate, when it comes to Black women giving birth. So I am just like, I feel like the pettiness is overshadowing the real thing of it, because this could have
So
been a
are we
great
making a
thing.
mockery of charity is the name of the
Yes,
game.
this could have been like $100,000 is a set goal that Phaedra set. However, let's clock what they collected last year.
Well, let's also clock that Jackie said that she would be happy with 25,000. So
Exactly, and you
here's my
got
thing: you got the 25,000. I would have just told Phaedra, listen, we got more than enough. 100 was ambitious. We fell short of the goal. We're gonna go ahead and write this check for whatever it shows in my bank account, and we'll give them that. And if you want to give them the other half of that, then you can
correct.
write a separate donation on your behalf to the foundation. But we're just gonna give them the check for the 50 plus and do it. I think that we got a goal. It was the goal. It was the goal. People set goals all the time, and unfortunately, they don't make the goal. I think, like I said, looking across that room with all them punks in that room. Don't you say nothing. I said
I
it.
don't say
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah. Don't you say that I said it.
I don't.
But no, but all
Yeah.
of those, it was and they don't have nothing to do with them being punks. I'm just being funny. But it was a raggedy lot. It was a scraggly bunch in there. That was what I will say.
But exactly.
I didn't see no
I
no
saw a lot of drinking in
tablecloths.
there, but not a lot of. I'll take that.
I tell you this, they must have only spent 50,000 on decorations, because Sweet Tea Wedding was better decorated than that shit.
I mean,
You say what you fucking want to say
now
about it.
you know I love me some sweet tea, honey.
I don't know if I love me
I
no sweet tea,
love a
but
good sweet tea,
looks
honey.
like we got a super chat. Could you read that for us, Jasmine?
Oh,
And who
Zeta,
it's from?
you know I love Zeta. Hey y'all, hey. I have no, for real. Sorry. I haven't watched since the last time I called in. I've just been watching reviews and clips on social media. I don't know, this season may not be doing it for me.
Actually, it was kind of not doing it for me until we got to this charity thing. That last episode was good. Zeta, go back and watch that last episode. That episode was good as hell.
I just feel like it's just not, they're just so old to be acting this way, and especially for charity. These women are very prideful about their occupations, right? Doing what they have to do for the Black community, doing what they have to do for Black women. And then when it comes down to this little money stuff, 32,000 was almost what they collected last year. Because I really wanted to text you and ask you, let's do this research of what they collected last year, but I'm sure it wasn't.
We could have did it. We would have put Chase Bank account. We run the numbers up. Thank you, Bonnie Scotch, for subscribing. We appreciate it. We really do.
I just don't like that, honey. Don't like. It's just like, don't do something because something like that. Like I said, Phaedra said that 100,000. She had that thought, and like you said before, Jackie, when she knew the numbers from last year, she could be like, listen, I think we kind of strived a little bit. I think we're reaching a little bit far on that. Let's try to do 50, and they would have succeeded in that.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you,
thanks, Zeta,
and thank you, Bonnie Scotch, for being a new subscriber. Bonnie Scotch says, I'm a new subscriber, but y'all are on point, and the title is on point too. Thank you so much. And we definitely gonna get into the to the Toya of it all. Don't think we haven't gotten a Toya. We just haven't gotten a Toya, comma, yet. Period. Let's read Amanda K, and then we're gonna move on.
Where's your glasses, Bookie? Anyway,
give it up, Diva.
Woo! That's kind of what Sweet Tea was saying on DJ Richie Sky. They're focusing on Phaedra and this money, yet the audience barely knows anything about the charity exactly. Like I said, Judge Hatchett, because first of all, I love Judge Maybelline and I love Judge Hatchett, and I love the one that was on that the love the damn marriage boot camp thing. I can't think of her name. Her husband just died, but I love Judge Hatchie.
Oh
And
no,
yeah, he died like
I
two.
hate to hear that. Now I don't like that.
But Judge Hatchie, I really had been like I knew about that stuff, and I was like, he looks so familiar. And then when I saw that heavily clip, I was like, that's Judge Hatchie's son. But he has been speaking about that, like his wife died, and it just was not a good, like it was just a really horrific thing. Like
But
Judge
see,
Hatchie,
this is what I noticed, Jasmine, on these shows. Anytime a group of people come and they attempt to plot and they don't do a really good job at setting the person up, they always look the worse for wear. Like you tried to
Mhm.
expose Phaedra for not donating or not donating all of it, and y'all look crazy sitting around there talking shit about the lady as opposed to putting focus on the charity, paying the charity, and then confronting Dr. Heavily at an event or whatever, or not including her in the count of the money. That would have been great TV right there. Instead
Exactly.
of getting around and y'all looking childish, let's bring her ass here. Let's count this money up and say,
Yeah.
well, girl, where the fuck is the money?
And I feel like if
Leave
they
us
just
over
would
here
have
buying it.
waited to reunion to bring this up, it would have hit
Or
better.
reunion or some, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I
And
would
he
have felt a
would
type of way if they would have waited to reunion too, because it's like you said on that this whole time. I think that I don't know. I don't know how you go about it, but the way that they're going about it now and sitting up there making jokes and laughing and having a roast session, they
yeah.
look like I
It was
mentioned earlier,
it.
the worst for wear.
But I think that they should have set a certain, I mean, they probably wouldn't have had as much of a big turnout, but they should have set some type of attendance, like paying type of
Well,
donation
yeah,
goal.
you need to everybody. It needs to be a ticket at the door.
Exactly.
It needs to be a ticket at the door for at the very least.
Right.
You need to go ahead and have packages that include airfare. What the fuck was that? And
Well, the
have
airfare was
packages.
crazy. Now, Phaedra probably didn't even know that that was the case. And then you got
She like
Quad
get
and
a buddy
Heaven.
pass.
You got Quad and Heavenly doing below art, making damn ash.
They made $5,000
That,
off of
but
it.
I mean, but he donated. You saw that time. He said,
Yeah,
"I
he said,
donated
"Man,
to
I just gave that
charity."
money. I ain't thinking about quiet."
Exactly.
All right, let's go ahead and move on because the other side of the group, the other side being the out. There's always a in click and an out click on Married to Medicine. So the
Mhm.
other side being Tessa and Sweet Tea are having dinner. They're meeting up with the new doctor Mimi and her husband Steve, as well as Dr. Simone and I want to say Dr. Cecil so bad. Cecil, get your doctorate, damn it.
Get over
Cecil,
it, diva. Ain't that
I
what the hell?
no, I'm just saying. I just always want to call him Dr. Cecil.
No, not Dr.
Mm,
Cecil.
with the lights out.
He's got that. Please, my lights is always. I can't even. On. Thank you, D. I had to lick my fingers and I was they look dry as cold. Thank you. Thank you.
No, but okay. So they all link up and they go to dinner. Steve and Mimi are millennials. What year does the millennial age start? Because I want.
Well, I can't. I mean, as far
They
as
look a
my
little
age,
old now. They look a little older.
like 40. I think like Beyonce is a millennial. I think like 45 to 30.
Am I?
Like
Am I millennial? Oh my
yeah,
god.
you're a
Oh.
millennial. I know that you're about.
Only person on this panel on this channel look like a millennial is Demisio.
It's definitely me, sweetie. Yes, sweetie.
I said that look like.
Like, and I said me, sweetie. I bet come out, people in the chat. Tell me what
You
y'all
look
think.
like a millennial.
I
I
am a
look.
millennial.
I like Gen Z, Gen Y, whatever the new generation.
I
That's
mean,
how
I
I
don't
look.
think I think I look 30.
I'm a millennial. I
I
just
said,
found out. Okay, so
girl, you ain't
started
just
at
found out that shit.
1981.
You,
So maybe Steve and Mimi were born in 1981. What?
you done just found out that shit. You said, I just found out, baby. You been knowing you was a damn millennial. Kill it. Please. Sorry.
Anywho,
My bad.
hard to find good help over here at No Chaser TV. Anyway, so Steve and Mimi are millennials, and so Sweet Tea feels that she can relate to them more other than the people in the group. And let's just be honest and call it what it is. Sweet Tea didn't have any allies this season.
No. I love
So they casted somebody mid-season to help this poor lady out because don't nobody want to film with her.
Oh. Do you like her?
Do I like Sweet Tea?
Mm-mm.
Do I like Mimi?
Yeah.
So far, she's okay, but I see she has a lot of spunk. She seems spunky, but I want to see her get crunk. I want to see some crunky.
Put her hair in a
I want to
ponytail.
see her in action. That's when I figure it out. Yeah, put your ponytail on the thing and get to work on it.
I didn't like her belt at the baby shower.
Pause.
Never mind.
Anyway, so they're millennials. T is hosting a age gap class that she has already hosted in preparation for her speed dating event coming up. She says that people slide in her DMs all the time and ask her, does Dr. G have any friends? Jasmine, was she talking about you?
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
knew it. I knew it. Did you ask
absolutely.
for her friend or did you ask
Because
for
I
Dr.
wanted
G
Dr.
though?
G. I wanted Dr.
I
G
know you did.
yeah, I did want Dr. G, but I do like Sweet Tea, so I'm gonna respect her. But at the end of the day, yeah, I don't mind. I like a little,
Do you believe that people was asking her, do Dr. G have friends?
No, absolutely.
I don't believe that shit. That was the point, to be honest with you.
No.
I don't believe her.
But I do like the idea. I think I like Sweet Tea. I think that that's like cool of her. Like, I think that she's wording it wrong. I think that
Like you two can be a sugar baby.
Yeah, I think that's how she's wording it. I think
But
if
you
she was
see
more
what she's
eloquent.
Jasmine, this is how she's gonna fumble it, right? You gotta like give off that life, like you're getting on jets and you're getting in a rollie and stuff like that. Basically quad life, right?
Okay.
So if she was given what Quad got and was like, I'm a sugar baby, I'm not saying that Quad is, but that's a representation of something that's aspirational.
Okay.
I don't see what Sweet Tea has as being aspirational if it is somewhat attainable. Does that make sense? So her brand would have been out of here if she would be getting in and out of Rollies, in and out of the Birkin store at Hermes, in and out of Chanel, in and out of Gucci, Uchi, Louis Vuitton. You get what I'm saying? Like, and she just is not that. It's like, it's very much given. I got an older husband. He has a really good job. Yeah, I'm on TV, but I kind of still work at the call center. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like,
but my thing is, I honestly don't think that that's really Sweet Tea's goal, and I might just be the.
Well, I'm just talking about as a brand. Like, you know how the girls get out there and they brand it on TikTok and all that stuff like that.
Yeah,
Out of here.
but I just don't. I think that that's not how it's. I think if it was Quad doing this, that no, and I listen, and I came here to say Quad is a beautiful woman. Like. I was looking at her today, and she gives me. I love that Taurus energy. I'm a Taurus.
I'm loving Quad this season. I know.
I think that she looks happy. She's glowing. She's beautiful. But if Quad had this idea, then that's what the brand is. Sweet Tea is a veteran. She has her college degree. She wants to work. And wait a minute, Sean, watch your mouth.
Yeah.
And then because okay, but then I just think that Sweet Tea just wanted a nice, stable husband. And I think that her mind, like, like the age gap thing was a real thing for her, like having to adjust for somebody that is in a different group as far as Gen Z, Millennial, and Gen X, and all this other stuff. I just think that I thought the idea was cute. And I thought that she really just meant well in it. And I think that her initial goal, I want access to the money. People going to remember that. She fumbled that. But I do think that in general, like, I think that people really downplay Sweet Tea's accolades, and I've said that before.
She is decorated. She's a veteran.
Yes, college educated.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, is she cross-eyed? Okay, she is degreed. I'm gonna try it again. Come back. She is degreed. She's college educated. She is a veteran.
Yeah.
Does she close her mouth when she's just sitting still?
Listen, I'm not here to. If she breathes through her nose or her mouth, I like Sweet Tea, and I just don't think that. I think that she just came on TV. I think that when it came down to the wedding, and they was asking for extra $12,000, $10,000. I'm glad I got a little access to the money. All that. That was cool.
When she said she was talking in those confessionals this episode, this is the worst I've ever seen it. I too have advocated for Sweet Tea, and I will always advocate for those who are marginalized by their peers, are treated as less than by their peers, or treated as outcast by their peers. And I never will side with the other side because they brought her on the show, and then to bring her on the show and to treat her not, like she's supposed to be there after they brought her there. I think that's fucked up no matter what the reason. The reason was to rub it in that we don't need Quad. We got this new lady. We realized that we don't need this new lady. We need Quad, but
Right.
she's still there. And while she's there, y'all should treat her better than y'all have treated her. And that's just where I stand on that. I
Correct.
don't give a fuck if y'all like Sweet Tea or not. That is just who I am as a person. I don't like to see nobody go around
Be
and
real about it.
purposely be mistreated if they have not done anything to deserve the mistreatment.
Correct.
And in my opinion, from last season and this season, there has been nothing that Sweet Tea has done first to deserve the mistreatment. And that's just where I
Exactly.
stand
Like
on
I
it.
don't even like this.
But
Quad is also called. We're not talking about. We already know Quad is college educated. Quad is also 40 plus years old. We're talking about Sweet Tea, and we're talking about
Sweet Tea
this
is too.
is and we're she's that's all I'm saying is that yeah she came
She
on
40
there.
plus too, right?
No, she's in mid 30s.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
you were
I gotta
being
go. No, I
no
didn't know. I really didn't.
you
I know. No, no, no.
you
No, I didn't know. No, I did not know.
she is younger than us.
Oh my God.
Us. She's like 35.
Oh, well, she not younger than me then. The fuck? And don't you? Thank you. Let me go ahead and move on because don't do that. Don't.
Wait a damn.
Okay. All right.
She older than she
All
younger than
right.
me,
All right.
honey. I step on it because I look younger than Sweet Tea, and I say that right now, honey. Put me a little glam on. My mouth won't be open now. I'm gonna get real with you.
Well, maybe people like your mouth to be open. Maybe that see potential. Now Simone has gone ahead and invited Dr. Mimi to the group trip as well as Steve. Now Dr. Heavily is not invited to the Sugar Baby class, not the Sugar Baby networking workshop, but the Sugar Baby meet speed dating mixer.
Sugar.
Now from there, Dr. Simone says that they're going to be taking another domestic trip this season. So I don't understand what a
The
budget
next
is,
one
but
is crazy.
they're taking another domestic trip for the couples, and
They can't go that far because they're doctors. They be on call.
they've gone places before.
Where? No,
They've gone plenty
Charleston?
of places.
Like Charleston though? Like where? Out of the
No,
country?
that was last season. In the past, they've been to the Bahamas. Like
Oh,
they've been places.
okay.
Yeah, they've been places.
Okay.
Anyway, so Dr. Simone says that her co-chair for this trip will be Dr. Heavenly, and Sweet Tea is immediately over it. She wants to know what part of the trip is Dr. Heavenly planning, and Simone feels like at this point, Sweet Tea is dragging it, and she should just get over it because it's making it hard for the group because of Sweet Tea's unwillingness to move forward. Now, Cecil assures that Heavenly will not be attacking relationships, and Tessa says that Mimi is sweet now, but she will be cussing everybody out in a matter of moments. Do you think that Sweet Tea needs to get over it? Yes or no?
No. You call my husband a pedophile, bitch. We on it. We stand on business.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. We stand on business until I fight you. Period.
Yeah, I don't think she should get over it either. Yeah, I think that's the thing that I have, and the issue I have with a couple of shows right now is y'all mad at me for not getting over it or not letting it go. Or why aren't y'all mad at her or them for doing what they're doing?
Exactly.
All
That's what
right, let's move forward.
no, that's
But
what
yeah,
Contessa is upset about because they don't never hold Heavily accountable.
but
You want me to
Contessa, I don't think that doesn't work with me for Contessa because
well, I'm just saying
Contessa
in
didn't
general.
hold her. I'm sorry, Contessa didn't hold her accountable back in the day.
No,
So
especially when it came to Mariah. Everybody thought it was
absolutely.
funny. But I'm saying in general, the girls don't well, I think Toya holds her the most accountable. But outside
Tries
of
to.
it, or tries to, I think, but Heavenly is a hellish, irresponsible woman. She probably got bullied, allegedly, when she was a child. So now she gets up in her wide shoulders and she bullies everyone.
All right. Okay, so it's time for Sweet Tea's event. Toya says that after her and Eugene made love for the first time, he left a note on her pillow saying, "Do you like me? Yes or no?" What would you have checked?
She said that before though, but I would have checked
Is that cute or corny?
corny. It's actually kind of yeah.
I would be like, "This your first? That was your first time or something?"
I don't know what to say about that because it depends on how long we've been dating, or if we had talked about like if we were just talking about. You remember back in the day we used to be checking the boxes that did he put it on there? It'd be cute. But if it was just like like the dude from Waiting
Uh,
to Exhale, you
uh,
remember when you remember that scene of Waiting to Exhale? He was like, oh, she was like, no, I know it was waiting. But anyway,
now I'm gonna keep her at the damn zoo.
okay, exactly, exactly. I would feel like
Shit, I could have had a
if
V8.
he was in middle school, I probably married him.
When she say shit, I could have had a V8.
Could have had a VA.
It was like watching paint. No, that was somebody else. But then she said it was like watching paint dry. Remember? Ooh. All right. Eugene left that love note on that pillow. It worked for Toya, and she's got the Birkin to prove it. Now Phaedra arrives and says that dating younger is the new age repellent. Would you date younger?
No.
Okay.
I'm older. I mean, I'm getting up.
I try not to date younger. I haven't dated younger in a while.
In the 30s, like, ooh, yeah, that's Mufasa.
Hold on, sister. Your sound coming in and out.
Sorry. You hear me?
Keep talking.
You hear me?
Close out and come back in.
Okay.
Okay. She's gonna close out and come back in, and we're gonna get her thought. But while she's doing that, I try not to date younger. Mm-mm. 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 Because guess what? Younger boys think that you are Dr. G, and I ain't got time for that because I'm not no Dr. G, baby. I get the pay. I don't do the paying. Catch that dirt. Demesia, go ahead and remove Jasmine from the stage while she gets that together. Thank you. I don't do that. That's not what we do around here. We got bills to pay. Speaking of bills, no Chaser TV's rent is due. Y'all go ahead and send a bitch a super chat so we can keep the lights on another month. Hallelujah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I don't try to date younger, but if like that Mufasa dude, he's 32, I would date him.
I would not. I would date the other guy.
He's short. I'm 5'9". I
don't know
if y'all know this, but I'm
he's so goofy.
5'9".
Like I like him.
5'10", 5'9", 6 foot in heels. I'm a tall bitch. I'm taller than Chase, if y'all didn't know that.
So if we was walking down the street, right?
Yes.
Remember off of Deuce Bigelow? We were walking down the street and somebody said, "That's a big bitch." Would they be talking about me or you?
Me. I mean, I'm a size like 8 or 10, but I'm 5'9", 5'10", and 6 foot in heels. I'm a tall mother.
So fucking dumb that. Anyway. All right. Phaedra meets Shek on the speed dating and thanks Jesus and Willie Watkins for activating. And Dr. Simone then arrives with an uninvited Dr. Heavenly in tow after that lady sat there at the dinner and told you that lady was not invited to the thing. Heavenly greets everyone and asks Contessa how she's doing. Tessa says, "I'm doing good and so is my mom." And Dr. Heavenly either didn't hear her or kept it moving like she didn't care. Now, Sweet Tea asks Dr. Simone if she asked Simone, if she asked Sweet Tea to bring Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Simone doesn't answer at that time. Simone says that she brought a relationship expert to a relationship event, and Sweet Tea said that's bullshit. So from there, T does finally pull Dr. Heavenly aside. They begin to speak, and Sweet Tea says that she wasn't happy with Heavenly's actions on social media. Heavenly says, "I wasn't happy with yours either, Sweet Tea." Heavenly wants to just move forward. She says, "How can we move forward?" And Heavenly says, in the midst of Sweet Tea giving her answer, that she does not like Sweet Tea's tone. And so how can they move forward with Sweet Tea's tone being what it is? Sweet Tea says, "Well, I don't like your tone either, and your tone is inappropriate because it's always inappropriate." And Heavenly says, "You don't know me." And Sweet Tea gets up and says, "Well, bitch, if you don't know, I don't know you, you don't know me. Get to know the door and get your ass out of my event." Dr. Heavenly does not leave the event. From there, Dr. Mimi comes over and says that no one here is crazy. And Heavenly looks Mimi up and down, talks to her any kind of way as well, and says, "You got to be crazy if you think ain't nobody in here crazy." And Simone said, not Simone, but Toya says that normally the people who say they aren't crazy are the crazy ones, aka Heavenly. Heavenly then goes ahead and apologizes again so that they can move forward and have a good time on the couple's trip. But Sweet Tea does not accept it and continues with the rest of her event. Phaedra chooses check, and there's that. So what are you thinking about Simone bringing Heavenly first, the Heavenly and Sweet Tea interaction, and then, that. So what are you thinking about that?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, girl.
I think that Simone is always trying to do something. Like, give it up. Give it up, Delicious. And I just feel like that's just rude. And then you're like coming to someone's event. I think that Sweet Tea took some time to really do that. So I'm just uh, like, and
Like she
the fact
spent
that
more
she
money
didn't
on it
get
than the
over.
Med Gala.
Anywho, I do think that I'm not with that. I'm not with bringing people to my events like that, and especially I think the Sweet Tea is trying to get her find her footing. Like I just don't. I think they're just being old bullies, and that's just me. What was the last question that you asked though?
So basically, what did you think about Simone bringing Heavenly uninvited, and what did you think about Heavenly versus Sweet Tea? Both of them not liking their tones. Both of them, well, she's saying that she didn't know Heavenly. Sweet Tea telling her to get the
Oh,
fuck out. Heavenly
yeah,
not
yeah. I
leaving.
just think that Heaven is a bully because, girl, that's not your event. If she told you get out, get out. Because you told Mariah to get out your unpressure washed house, and she didn't leave, and you was upset. If
Well,
I recall,
Heavenly didn't leave last season at the lady's wedding when she crashed it,
exactly. You've
and
done
didn't
a,
leave.
and people have kept crashing. Quiet crashed her bachelorette party. Heavenly said that you called the woman's bed allegedly this, that, and the third, and then you come to my wedding when you're not on the list, and it's just like,
A lack
girl,
of
leave.
respect for that
A
lady.
lack of respect. That's when I bring up Sweet Tea's accolades, right? I feel like because she's not a doctor and she hasn't proved herself like Quad or Toya, because if we recall, Toya been called dumb so many times on the show that she has had to really prove herself over the years. Quad hasn't been called dumb because they would never. But at the very end of the day, they have definitely downplayed her accolades as well when it comes to like how she got her house and how she did this. So I don't know if it's like a hazing thing, but baby, you can't haze people if you didn't get hazed. That's a thing.
So you saying that Heavenly didn't get a proper initiation? She didn't get what the
I
other girls got. She
She
she came in
definitely did.
fighting though. She she
And
came
she
in.
was in the
She did
corner
come in no
eating
fight.
chicken wings in Mariah's house.
Yeah, she
That's
came
what
in no fight.
right. In the corner eating cheese balls at Mariah's house. And I just feel like don't haze people. Don't give people what you didn't get. That's like a hazing one-on-one thing. If you got this, then you could probably give that. But if you didn't give this, there's no need to be hazing people on a higher level just because you think that they owe you something. Sweet Tea doesn't owe them a motherfucking thing. She definitely doesn't owe Heavenly anything. Actually, Heavenly should have apologized multiple times for going and saying, "Oh well, it's all about." Well, she said some derogatory things about me and my practice. Girl, you said that my dead
But
mama could have a baby before you can. Are
but
you
but
okay?
but that was after the girl said your mom, whatever she said. I don't know.
And
Let me
that
just
was
ask you this. At
please.
this point in the game, we know what's happened. The sides are drawn. How do we move forward? Because personally, I am also over watching Sweet Tea and her unwillingness to forgive. What point do we say, this is who this person is? I'm not going to get what I want out of this. So she got to be here. I ain't got to be besties with her, but I got to let it go. So, like, how you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that doesn't mean that you were wrong. It don't mean that you were right. It just means that accountability for you does not look like like the same for it is for that to that person, and they're not going to give you what you want. So at what point do you stop? Do you get what I'm saying? Because at this point,
I do.
every time they're in the same room, Sweet Tea is about to have a malfunction that can barely string together two coherent sentences. And it's like, that's not how you get this thing together, baby. You eat her up by just moving forward and busting her ass every time she act up. I don't know. Now, I do feel like I would have asked her to leave my event. You're not invited. Yeah,
Period.
I get
And she
that. But
should
what
have
I'm
got her.
saying is, moving forward from here, now what?
I do think.
Don't even answer that right now. Don't answer that
Oh,
right now. Hold off. I want to answer it in a little bit because it comes up one more time, and that's when I want to answer it. Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Someone I think Kid Cruddy wanted to know why we're not talking about how Jackie and the girls enable heavily. We've already said it ad
the good
nauseum.
people been
We've
doing
been
that.
saying we've been doing this for 4 years, although on the lean for 3, and this is the first year that we've done it here on my own channel because it's the first year of my own channel, No Chaser TV. So some of you guys may be new to um, our opinions on Married to Medicine, but we have always said that that's Dr. Heavenly Mouthpiece. We just mentioned that earlier in the episode regarding the money because why wouldn't Jackie say how
Right.
much the lady owed her? Why did she use Quad and Heavenly and Simone to do it? You know what I mean?
Correct.
So yeah, we on to it. We on to the game, baby. We into the game. And we drag when dragging is due. We just got done dragging
That's true,
Dr.
baby.
Jackie for the first 30 minutes of this show. So go back and watch it if you missed it. But
Let me do
we're
it
gonna move.
again. Crypt keeper, skeleton,
No, no, no,
skin
no.
and bones.
No, 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 no.
Oh, I
Okay.
didn't know if we were doing it.
Yeah, no, 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 no. All right. So it's time for Toya's. Oh yeah, she moved. She picked check. Before we move forward from that, I want to know: do you believe in love at first sight?
I believe in lust at first sight. Coochie popping on the handstand. Pop, pop.
Okay, now ask me.
Do you believe in love at first sight? But do you believe in love at first sight, boy? My.
It depends on what I'm looking at. 9 times out of 10 is lust. I don't think I've ever been in love at first sight. At first sight, but I have fallen in love quick. So I don't know.
Yeah, I found in
Maybe I've
love
fallen
quick.
in love quickly, but I don't know about at first sight. Or because my thing about being in love at first sight is you can see someone and be like, "Oh, I love them at first sight," but has it actually worked? And I've never had a situation where, well, no,
I
I knew
will.
I liked him, but I wasn't in love with him. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? So, but I knew by the end of that weekend I was in love with him.
at first sight.
I get my
Extreme
man.
lust at first sight. Like,
Call me a Mountie because I always get my man. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, Toya is hosting a
please.
baby shower for her Birkin bag that nobody is in has a clue that it's for a Birkin until much later in the event. So the girls are arriving. Dr. Heavenly and Sweet Tea went out to the club afterwards. Now, Sweet Tea said that the damn club event was after her sugar baby speed dating class, speed dating, whatever you want to call it. And Dr. Heavenly was not invited to the club with them either. But Simone brought her again. So there was so there's that. Simone and them was down to the club and
Did she not
Heavenly
have
went over
nothing to
there.
do?
Huh? You said what?
Did she have nothing to do? Simone,
No, not
what the
this
hell is
season.
she
Simone don't
doing?
have nothing to do this season, no. Not this season. So Dr. Heavenly says it was a good time had by all, but Sweet Tea has a different opinion on what she believes is a good time. And Sweet Tea says that, excuse me, Dr. Heavenly says that she spoke with Dr. Damon for hours and hours and hours. Order shrimp and lobster toast.
Boy,
Then it's
police.
me that gets devoured. Anyway, yes, so they were
Police.
speaking for hours and hours, and she apologized profusely, and they moved forward. Sweet Tea still is not willing to move forward. She's gonna keep her one good eye on um, Dr. Heavenly, and that's that. So what's it gonna take to fucking move forward? That's where I'm at with it. If she did all that
What the?
and they went to the club, I'm just saying if they went to the club and they did all that, I understand that you ain't gonna never love the bitch, but damn, you know what I mean? Damn.
I
You
mean,
know,
no,
I say this, regardless of whether or not Sweet Tea wants to accept it or not, she's gotten a lot more than anybody else really has gotten from Dr. Heavily on moving forward. So at this point, girl, let's just
well,
move
really?
forward.
No, Contessa has got the most. Contessa has gotten the most. Sorry, y'all. I had bronchitis.
Not episodes and episodes and episodes.
I saw what Bonnie said. She said you really can't hold adults accountable. You can make people, you can make adults aware, but you can't hold them accountable. And I can believe that. However, if we're going to be in the same circle, you cannot keep talking about my dead mother. I'm sorry, and everybody that is
Oh
from
yeah,
the
that's a
lean knows,
that's a wrap. She's cut
and
off.
that's everybody knows from the lean that my mom is actually passed away. So if you keep bringing her up, I would have beat Heavenly up already, though. I would have beat her up already.
Now let me
So
say
that
this though. I know that those are fighting words. I'm not minimalizing anything like that. I would never go there with a person. I'm from Florida, baby, and I used to say it all the time. And then I said to someone I knew whose mom had passed away, and I forgot, and I
right.
just felt so bad. So that's why when I stopped saying it altogether. But we always say you can't teach people to tell people how to fight. And in the context of the show, Tessa started it first,
What
saying that your children don't love you, and you didn't
did
see that
she
episode.
start it first?
Did you see that episode?
Are we? But are we in the?
No,
I
I'm asking you. Did you actually see the episode?
I did see the episode, but I
Okay,
don't
so you
think
saw the
that
episode.
she started it
Remember
first.
before she said that, Contessa said, "This is why you got to buy your daughter and your husband got a baby out of mixed babies with name kinds, and your children don't love you, your husband don't love you. You got to buy your husband. You got to buy a store for your daughter that failed
For
so
your
she
daughter
can
to
love
love
you."
you and
And
stuff like that. Yeah,
then Dr. Heavenly said, "Your mama." And then Contessa asked her, "My mama who deceased? That mama?" And Dr. Heavenly said, "Yeah, that mama." So
yes. But I think it's came from years of that woman saying that, going on live, going on her YouTube saying that her husband abused her though. Like, I don't really know. I think that heavily starts most if not all things. But if y'all think Contessa started, I can okay. I mean, okay, but at the same time, like, you can't tell you like I said, you can't tell people how to fight, and that's it. She took it to hell.
they
But
started it, but they both was wrong. Honestly, everybody
they
was wrong.
both was wrong. I
Everybody
mean,
was
don't talk about kids. We talk. I'm just
wrong.
saying.
Don't do it. No,
Yeah,
no, 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 no.
I'm not, I don't talk about kids. I'm a teacher. I don't talk about kids anymore. So
I was a teacher and I talked about my kids. I ain't give a fuck. So
I talk about my kids because can't nobody else talk about them.
I
But I
talked
don't
about my
talk about
children in their
kids
face
anymore. You
though.
know about.
Mm-hmm.
I do too. Like I said,
I used to
somebody's
talk to my
face
children
was
in
ugly
their face.
today.
Sure did. I used to
Mm-hmm.
let them have it right in their face.
Oh, okay.
And their mama said, "What you
I
said?"
love
And I
your mom.
told him mama what I said. I ain't
But
give a fuck.
are we in agreement that Heavenly needs to be beat up? No. Oh, okay.
I'm a
I feel
man. I
like she should
can't.
have been popped in her mouth from
I
Mariah,
will say
from
this.
Quad,
I will
from
say
Toya,
this.
all of
She
them.
should not be surprised if she get beat up. That's what I will say.
Okay.
Don't be
Well,
surprised. Like, oh my God, how did I?
security
You can't believe I got beat up. You can't believe it. You can't believe it. Really, boo boo.
Can't
All
be
right. So that
you will be my
happens.
baby too. Oh, sorry.
That happens. And then Toya finally unveils what she's been pregnant with the last 3 months, and that's her Birkin bag, Stormy, that her son calls ugly. Everybody is pissed, most including, especially Simone, because Simone felt like it was a waste of time. But where did you stand on and actually being an event for a Birkin? To me, I felt like that was Housewives. That was like reality TV. I didn't think that the episode should be built around it. We could have just opened the episode with people coming over Toya's house and this unveiling of a Birkin. It didn't need to be like a made up to be such a big deal. You know what I mean? Like the anticipation, what is it? Is she, won't she, will she, won't she? Oh my God. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Beverly Hills Housewives do things like this. So I thought it was actually tea. I thought it was like a T girl move, like girl, yes, ma'am. But also with it being her first Birkin, it's kind of like a little scream a little new money, but what did you think about it?
I like that type of carrying on. I
I do
really do like that
too.
type of carrying.
A lot of people did not
I do
like it. A
like
lot of
it.
people were pissed.
I mean, I can see why people don't like it. And honestly, I mean, her son not liking it. I mean, I knew that was from the gate. I understood that. But I do like that type of carrying on. Now, their reactions were a little stank because I feel like she was just trying to make something light. They're about to go on a trip together. She wanted everybody to get along. But at the same time, like, Simone calling it Herms or whatever she called it, just showed me that she wouldn't have gotten it if it was a Coach bag. She wouldn't have got it. I just feel like she just and that's, I love Coach. I'm okay with it.
It was
But
out
I'm
of
just
her
saying it's
range.
just yeah. If she wouldn't have got it. I'm glad that Dr. Jackie didn't take off for that though. But still. So I mean, her son cooking and stuff. I just think that Toya, I think her family is into it. And I think that she gives the most when it comes to what's
She's rich in a lot of ways.
showing. Yeah, she's rich in a lot of ways. Yeah. So
All right, you
I
guys.
thought I like that kind of so
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, I'm just saying I like that kind of carrying on. I think that Toya has made a lot of mistakes, just like Sweet Tea, just like Quad, just like other people on there. Especially when it comes to finances, she didn't have to show us all of that, moving and grooving to different houses, rented or bought or built. But I think that at this point in her life, because she's mid-40s or whatever. I think that she's gotten her stuff together, and it's okay for her to be happy about it. Just let people do them. If we're okay with Heavenly walking around with a BBL at 50, then we should be okay
I'm gonna
with
get me one.
Toya. We should be okay with Toya celebrating her Birkin. Now she didn't have to do a baby shower thing because you know how people be like, April Fools, when people like, don't be saying April Fools, you gotta pray because people can have babies. I mean, all that. I'm not.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
saying you don't have to.
Oh yeah.
But
Okay, I get how that could.
yeah.
Well, I don't think that's anyone's struggle currently in their group. It is Sweet Tea struggle. That wasn't on purpose, though. I don't think.
Yeah.
I would hope not. Yeah. I don't think it is. But speaking of Toya learning and growing, I have a clip that we're going to play. The phone lines are open. If you have any Married to Medicine thoughts, go ahead and call in and give them to us while I play this clip from, yet again, your girl, Dr. Heavenly.
She gave $1,000, but she raised hell about it. Jackie gave her money back. And I ain't trying to have no beef with Toya. I'm just saying.
Dr. Heavenly gave Toya the money back that she donated?
Dr. Jackie gave her the money back because she raised hell. She only gave $1,000. Now, she gave a check for $5,000, but that was our money from our clothes. We had did a clothing drive, and I gave all of my reunion dresses. You know what I'm saying? She showed them shits for $200, $4,000 dresses. For $200, she made $5,000 off of all our dresses. Gave that. Then gave a check for $1,000. However, she raised hell about it, and Jackie gave her money back. But like, listen, we don't even need your money.
And did Toya keep the money?
Yeah, you know she did. She bought a $32,000 Birkin purse. The next episode.
Now, hold on. I want to say in defense of Toya. Toya said she had the bad for like 3 months in the episode. So there's that. But was it tacky for her to flaunt her wealth? Because the Birkin is a sign of wealth, whether we want to admit it or not. The Birkin is a sign of wealth after rescinding her $1,000 donation to For Cure for Moms. Is that tacky? Like, what?
Come on, be my baby tonight.
Is that a yes or no?
Come on, be my baby tonight. I don't know.
Right.
I don't care about that woman's damn Birkin. And neither should fucking Big Heavenly. She should not be caring about that girl's Birkin. If she wanted to get her $1,000 back, girl, get the $1,000 back. But if you're saying that y'all didn't need it and y'all are talking about Phaedra and not doing the whole thing, then you needed it. So somebody's lying. And that's all I'm saying. Just worry about the damn foundation.
I'm gonna say this: if you donated, you donated. Don't ask for it back. I'm sorry. I thought if that's true,
I agree with that.
If that's true, that's
but
tax.
Toya, she was underneath the reality rundown, and she said that's a lie. That none of that happened. But my thing is, why is the reality rundown always, that? Yeah, she said she's a liar. I can't wait for the reunion. I got receipts. Blah blah blah. But the thing is,
she definitely did because I'm in the reality rundown chat now, and they're going off about it.
Yeah, because she said that. But why are you worried? Why is Heavenly always worrying about what everybody else got going on? Toya said basically like a loose quote. Like she's always trying to put forth, like spotlight other people's stuff so she don't have to tell the secrets of her own life. And I believe that. Girl, talk about those rumors that people are constantly saying about Daddy. Like, because if I was Sweet Tea, she was like, Dr. G, you want Phaedra? If I can take Daddy home, he like him young. I would have said some shit that would have got her rattled in her motherfucking BBL. Do you hear me? But
Lord.
Nobody. That's my holding accountable. I like that type of carrying on, bitch. Go ahead, we're gonna meet the energy, and I'm not.
Well, I'm match energy for sure. That's what I feel like Sweet Tea need to do. She needs to figure out how to do that. Demetria, you got 30 seconds worth of thoughts for us as we end the episode tonight.
Dang, dash. Hey, Demetria, my sweet baby.
Make them quick, Diva.
Hey, Jazz. We miss you over here, girl. Okay, so I will say that in the words of the iconic Denise Richard, honey, they are full on mean girls, like for real. And it's just like for Quad to be participating and they just not even a year ago, just kicked you to the curve. Like, come on now. And I do think because it's sad to see them act like that, like you said, Jasmine, because they are older women and then they're doctors. And it's just like they truly believe that they are on like this higher pedestal than their other cast members because of their doctor's degree, knowing that Phaedra got just as much money, if not more, than them. Like, come on now. And I don't even like Phaedra at all, but especially since she pulled the situation with Candy, but that was just some mean girl stuff. Like, y'all really sitting up here putting together a whole scene to basically kind of make Phaedra look bad. Like, I mean, it's just childish for them to be that old. And Jackie, girl,
Please.
like for real, Bones, I can't. But and when it comes, and it's just like every time Contessa pops up on my screen, she looking a mess. Like I know she can afford a stylist. Like, come on, Contessa, girl.
Well, what they got to do with the
please
episode, friend?
Oh, I'm sorry. But no, because I was finna talk about Contessa too, because I just feels like when it comes to the her and Heavenly of it all, does Heavenly do too much? Absolutely. Should Heavenly been whooped a long time ago? Absolutely. But Contessa, you cannot get on national television and tell the whole entire world how fucked up your marriage is and everything that Scott be doing, and then get mad at them for talking about it.
But she didn't say that he beat her. She said that he.
Heavenly didn't say that either. Heavenly said that he was emotionally abusive. That's what Heavenly said, and she basically said the same exact thing.
But guess what, though? If you my motherfucking friend, don't comment on my shit. That's what a real.
But
friend
she know. But I mean, no, I agree with you. But in this situation, as far as it's retaining to them, they're on a TV show. They know how Heavenly is at this point. Like, it's
comment
not
on a TV show. Heavenly was commenting on a TV show, on YouTube, on the Patreon. Heavenly was on the bullhorn in the middle of the street. Heavenly was in the Heavenly was on the walkie-talkie down to the Walmart, putting up boxes and telling people. Like, Heavenly was radio free, Dr. Heavenly, about that lady business. So I understand why she's upset. I just thought that she did a poor job communicating to us why she's upset. Because if you're the reason why you're upset is what she's saying is Heavenly was spreading lies about her marriage and all this stuff and about her husband. Heavenly didn't do that. So therefore, we can't have your back on this one, sister. And also, we still can't have your back on this one, sister, because not only have you seen Heavenly do it to everybody else, now that she's done it to you, you want a certain type of treatment that you weren't willing to give to other people. So now,
and Chase, that's kind of, I'm glad you said that. That was kind of like my focal point of why, because I'm not on Heavenly side with this either, because that's trash too. But it's just like, as far as Contessa's, like, this outrage, it's just like Contessa, girl. Like you said, Chase, y'all didn't do other people like this in the past. So now you want this certain type of accountability and all of this. Girl, y'all didn't hold Heavenly accountable for the stuff that she didn't did other people when you was friends with her. And now that you're not friends with her, you want all of this accountability. Like, Contessa, girl, bye. And again, at the end of the day, you got on here and told the world that. So you somewhat cannot get mad about it. You knew Heavenly was doing YouTube before you even aired all that out about Scott. And you knew
and I know Chase doing YouTube too, but I bet not log into no Chaser TV and see him saying anything about my business, honey, because I'm calling in. Okay.
What would I mean?
We not on a reality show though.
Right. If we're on a reality
but this can get you on one. The TV can get you
on a reality show if we were on one, and get my thought, and that's that. But I would not continue to entertain it after I've given my comment on it, is what I'm saying. And she continuously did it a lot. So,
and that's where Heavenly went wrong.
But you better not comment on it either.
Oh, one more thing before I get off. I am not mad at Sweet Tea, and everybody is mad at Sweet Tea, but she is not wrong. Heavenly should not have came to that event, and Simone and her loud mouth and big teeth was wrong for inviting her. It's just like, Simone, what is wrong with you? Like, do you not get it? She don't like Heavenly. Heavenly don't like her. Just stop. Did y'all bring Sweet Tea to the lake house? No, you didn't, because Heavenly didn't want her there. So why would your raggedy ass bring Heavenly to this?
They brought Quad to the Freaknik though. And she didn't.
But Sweet Tea did.
True.
Take it up with her husband. The call coming from inside the house. All right. DPCO, thank you so much for everything. Okay.
All right. Good night.
Thank you. We got a comment. Go ahead and read this comment, and then we're going to bid you guys adieu for the evening.
Phaedra threw Quad on the bus and left her for dry last season, then turned around and tried to gather the girls to get her fired. If I'm Quad, it's fuck Phaedra on site.
Okay, well, Toya, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So tacky.
Well, that's I'm sorry. The rest of it.
And as for Toya, it was so tacky. That's what she said. That she didn't put that many O's behind it, but I feel like that's what I'm trying to say.
So nasty and so rude. Thank you, Glam,
So
for your comment. Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, honestly, if I was quiet, it would be up and stuck with Phaedra too if she did everything that they saying that she did to the girl, which is try to get her fired, which I don't know why Phaedra would be trying to do that. But we're gonna go ahead and see you guys tomorrow for the New York finale, as well as for happy hour. Jasmine, thank you so much. Bronchi and all. You still got bronchitis?
I don't still. I mean, it doesn't go away for like 3 weeks, but I'm just still have like a little every now and again.
Oh
but,
no!
But I'm out for school. When is when is happy hour?
Tomorrow at 6:15.
I can join. I'm out of school tomorrow because of the snow and the cold.
With me and Tori B.
I will be in the comments.
Bye, everybody. Yeah. Ooh, I'm joking. I'm joking.